I believe we are green. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MMS, but it's the Le Mans series today. It's the season opener, as a matter of fact, for season 3. We've made it here, and we are at the magical Sebring track. In the commentary box, I'll be joined today by Miran. Hello.
Hello, Kai. It is great to be here for the fresh start of a brand new season of the Le Mans series. A fantastic series, I have to say, and it is a very, very anticipated return after a lot of months of a hiatus. We are finally back. Brand new grid and a brand new venue. It will be very exciting to be able to kick off the season here at Sebring.
I agree. You know, we have a fierce competitive field today, and I believe we shall be slowly getting down to the track because we have a full-on formation lap ahead of you, taking us through this magical track. So we'll talk over the grid and everything as the cars will slowly, pace themselves for the green flag to drop. But yeah, as you said, it's returned, and it's such a nice thing to have. Endurance racing is highly enjoyed by multiple motorsport enthusiasts, and I think we are both in that category, aren't we?
Oh, yes, definitely. Endurance racing it's very fun.
Especially when you take part in it. But yeah, without further ado, I believe we can go down to the track and read you the field. If we can, we can. So here we go. The formation lap is starting, and I'm gonna take the LMP classes. You can take the GT.
Yeah, let's
split it this way. So, as you can see on your screen, this is Matthew Wattenberg starting in pole position overall and in the LMP1 class. Joining him on this row is Darius Petrauskas in the Glickenhaus. Obviously, P1 of Wattenberg is in a Scuderia Ferrari. Then, second row, it's Morten O'Connor in the second Glick and Sierra Knox in the Kronstadt race team. That livery looks beautiful. Generally, this series has amazing looking cars. Then it is row 3 with Patricia Trani San Marino and Joseph Murray. The first car representing representing Waterwood Aston Martin Racing, and the car of Murray representing Porsche Penske. Then we have Nick Tander, the man who recently scored points on his F1 return in the third Glickenhaus, and Horigoma in the other West Waterwood Aston Martin. Then we have Zamir Imran in the Scuderia Ferrari, and Conor Cuestas in the BMW Crown Racing car. Followed by that, we have row 6 with Alex Luan and Rob Sekubulwa, the LMP2 champion of last season. Tamer de Jong starts row 7 with Elizabeth von Gotha in P14. P15 belongs to Verdecchia, and P16 belongs to Caruso, the GT champion. Then P17 is Formula 1 driver Alex Gromov and Richard Dick Speed in P18. P19 is Tobias Rieper, P20 is Ulken Dopter, and then P21 is the pole sitter of the LMP2 class. The 112 car of Pardubice Motorsport, with joining him on this row is Anton Suvorov, the last LMP1 car, qualified behind an LMP2 car. That's never good. Then I'm going to quickly blast through the LMP2 field. It's Nguena, last season's LMP1 overall LMP champion, and his teammate Daniel Ward. That lineup is absolutely cracked. And they are followed by Ratko Betes of Kayo Betes Racing. He is joined on his row by Corbin Toft. Then you have Johanna Holmqvist, Miran Evji, David Ragano, Tito Garcia Moreira, and another Formula 1 driver, Hussein Chetinkaya.
Now then, to take away the GT grid, and on GT pole it is Formula 1 world champion Harry Herholt for Filipovski Saleen Motorsport, and accompanying him is Shoal Michaelmacher for Super Speed Motorsport in second. Then it is GT legend Nico Ronkas for Kurdistan Racing Team in third, with Rodney Rakos for Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari in fourth. Ari Soiler lines up P5 for Zai Grand Prix, and then it is the other super speed car of Michael van Damme, and then Marie Müller will be 7th. Then in P39 officially overall, or P8 in GTE, is Samuel Ace with Kyle Wilhelm, the other Filipovski car, in 9th, and Rikke Wernersen takes P10 in GTE for Scuderia Moreira. Then it's Emil von Nurkrans, the first of the Ninas Porsche Racing Team cars, and then it is Pedro Della Lamy down in P12. P13 will be taken by Pala Del Pene of Arabia Racing, and then it's Max Mustermann in the other Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari. Aruf bin Salman Al Hamad, the king of Bahrain, takes P15, and the final spot on the grid will be taken by Axel von Nurchance.
As here we go, the car's already on a main straight, and it's green flag here at the Sebring for the 1.2 hours of Sebring. It is still Matthew Wattenberg in the lead of the pack, but Petrauskas on the outside gets him. Sierra Knox might do so as well. There's a bit of a yellow flag, but that's because of the crash car. Sierra Knox now goes, it's a double move, and Sierra Knox is into the lead of the race for Race Team Kronstadt Race Team, whatever. It's a new race leader, and the American leads her home Grand Prix, and that's a massive gap over the rest of the field. Wattenberg and the whole LMP pack has been left in the dust. We can also see Patricia Adriana Di San Marino getting a few positions, and then the LMP field already making a bit of a gap between the GTE field. That's Di San Marino making another move. Murray also might go in Petrauskas soon. That Glickenhaus did not have a good start whatsoever, dropping down the order instantly. That's definitely not what the American outfit wanted to do in their home Grand Prix. Murray all over the back of the Lithuanian. We also have Zarmim Imran, the Canadian, behind in the Ferrari. Might also put a spanner in the works of those guys, but at the moment a clean start, no damage to anyone, at least visible. And Sierra Knox is being chased down by Matthew Wattenberg. Look at the downforce on these cars. This is fantastic. I mean, this is why I love endurance racing and, you know, LMP general prototypes. They're insane cars, and look at this, already lining up for a move for the lead again. Matthew Wattenberg is going to try it onto Sierra Knox, try and retake the lead that he lost in turn one. Is it going to work? No, Sierra Knox closes the door, but that's contact, and Sierra Knox has been spun out already instantly. We have controversies in this race, but look at the gap they built, and that's another spinner. That's, I think, the Porsche Penske car of Joseph Murray. What happened?
It was very, I don't know, but they were going very high speed into that final corner, or the second to last corner, and I think Wattenberg just tagged the rear Sierra Knox. So you can see Knox a bit early on the brakes, and Wattenberg, yeah, just straight into her, I mean. So, yeah, not very nice from Matthew Wattenberg, but that is going to controversially bring him into the lead. You mentioned Joseph Murray.
Patricia Di San Marino gets spun by Petrauskas, so the guys who were starting P1 and P2 already just... That is so dirty from both of them. Di San Marino spun around as well. Definitely not a good outlook, and that's damage, I think, for one of the WIC cars. Obviously, only just visual damage, one of the, like, you know, arrow bits flying off of the side of the car, but hectic start to the race. But the field is definitely not stabilizing. That's a move from Dickie Speed onto Alex Gromov. The American trying to shine in his home race, making a move onto Elizabeth von Goffa as well. That Zycar not looking like it did last season, certainly.
Yeah, obviously I think Zai have ironed out the kinks a bit more, considering where they were last season. But I think as there is Morton O'Connor getting past Sierra Knox, shame for Knox, who had such a fantastic start on lap 1, just flying into the lead. As Zarmim Imran defends from Cromwell Cuesta. So you can see it's just so packed here with all the LMP1 cars battling amongst each other. There's a lone Turismo Autosport car of Seko Bulwa who's battling away with Cuestas there in 8th position.
Back to the front, it's still a nice situation. Back in the, looking at the GT class though, at the moment it is Nico Ronkas leading the pack, the man who lost the MMS GT Championship, but recently won the IGTC Championship, making him in total a 10-time world champion. He's a bit good in GT cars, one could assume. He's being chased down by the Formula 1 world champion Harry Herhold. Yeah, the GT overall LMS Season 3 has a very stacked field of cars, and that's what you want out of a competition like this.
Yeah, it's safe to say Ronkas, I guess, takes the unofficial title of King of GT Racing. Even though he did lose the GT Championship to Alessandro Caruso, we all know the absolute pace and the overall racecraft from Ronkas is something that I don't think a lot of other drivers in motorsport do have. As we look at the battle for, I believe this is 3rd in class, it is...
And that's damage. That's one of the WIC cars. That's Daniel Ward. He's the amount of... He's so unlucky as a driver. Wait, but that's Imran. Imran's been spun out. Oh, that's an appalling rejoin. straight into the LMP2 car. What happened to the Canadian? Oh, don't tell. Well, Cromwell Questas just absolutely obliterates Imran.
Yeah, he's too late on the brakes, but I have to say, Imran is a bit of a fault here for making such a stupid re-entry.
Yeah,
I think there most likely will be a penalty for that, and there has been, I think, going through the penalties now.
Yeah, I was about to mention Wattenberg and Petrauskas received 5-second penalties for those collisions into the final corner. Same with Questas, and Imran has received now a 10-second time penalty for that unsafe rejoin. Perfectly understandable.
Yeah, a few penalties been dished out in the early stages of the race. We've only made about 3 laps so far. Looking at the LMP1 leader, there is Darius Petrauskas.
Yeah, he's taken the lead from Wattenberg now. He's flown away. I don't know what's going on. Wattenberg just lost space, maybe saving a bit of fuel. Mind you, this is endurance after all. You're not meant to push flat out for the whole race. Like, for example, in F1 or IndyCar, where, you know, the races are rather short.
Yeah, obviously, as we know, and we have learned from endurance racing in the past, it is the driver who braves all the different conditions to be able to get to the finish line first. Obviously, we've seen people like Nico Ronkas. You remember in the 2.4 hours.
Oh, that's smoke.
Spa.
That's the San Marino. No, sorry, it's not the San Marino. It's Alex Gromov, by the looks of things. As he goes to the inside of Tobias Reaper, he gets passed by the San Marino. Yeah, this is Gromov smoking away. That rebellion is not going to go anywhere else. The rebellion. No, sorry. What engine did they run? It's not really specified on the entry list. I'm gonna check that later.
I believe they run their own engines, no?
Would it make sense? There's a lot of damage. That's the Patterson car. Those are parts of the Patterson car, and that's Herhold into the pits already. Sorry, that's Chetinkaya. And yeah, that's
Ronkas damage.
Yeah, Ronkas has no rear bumper, but I don't think that will affect him. But he's been hit at the back by Harry Herhold. Miran, I'm gonna have to leave the commentary a bit to you for now.
Okay. And wow, look at that. Just straight into him. I have to say, it almost looked like a hit and run there, but Herhold just not on the brakes at all. Don't think that's really what you expect from a Formula 1 world champion either way.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, that's the Algarve Pro Racing car. That's David Oragano.
Both of them, in fact.
Oh, yeah. And that was one of the Wick cars.
That's Ward slowing down. He brakes. Betes hits him. And when that's Imran... Oh, dear.
Imran again.
Okay, so Imran spins trying to get into the pit lane, and Toft puts him into a spin. Same with Ward. He gets put into a spin by Betes, and then there's just a... Oh, that is just so unfortunate for all of them.
Yeah. It's a shame for those involved, as I think, yeah, Gromov still smoking away.
And that's damage to Ulkan Doptar.
Something's happened to the Zy Grand Prix LMP1 car. And
right out of nowhere. Oh, that's a break. That's a massive lockup for Questas. Look at this. What are you doing making such a send in the first?
Yeah, he shouldn't have gone there. That was very dangerous from Cromwell Questas. He could have just gone straight into De Jong there.
He nearly takes out Vedekya, his teammate, as well. That is just...
Look at the onboard from De Jong here, and just... Wow, that's so close.
You really don't want to do that, you know? You really don't want to do this. Yeah, there's going to be another car into the pits, though. Hopefully less, prone to accidents than the last time we had cars coming in. As I actually have been left the only commentator, I will stay here. I was meant to go, but I don't have to yet. So I'm just going to focus on what's happening in the top pack. It's Matthew Wattenberg being chased down by Formula 1 World Champion Joseph Murray. in the Porsche Penske car. Very interesting livery for the outfit. Major Petronas branding, you can tell by the this teal-like color that Petronas uses. Wattenberg being put under pressure now by the Formula 1 World Champion, as that's another car. That's Verdecchia. That's a wheel of a car. That's a massive.
Oh my goodness!
Luan gets spun around, and Verdecchia up and over. Engine gone up in flames. Massive shunt. Tanda with damage as well. You can see the Tanda has suspension damage. That suspension bit you're seeing here, I believe, might be off of his car. Albeit I might be wrong. Can we get a number of Luan? I want to know what happened to him. That is massive. That is... This final corner so far has been the cause of so many accidents, and he gets spun around by none other than our beloved Benetton driver from Formula 1, Tamer de Jong.
Yeah, I think it's just something with the Ferraris at the final corner there. But yeah, it's a shame for the one. A massive crash for Verdecchia. Hopefully should be all right. And that's Betes with damage again. Ragano, or I think no, this is already the damage they had. Chetinka, you can see, I think they're lacking the downforce, the front downforce.
They're too quick.
Yeah,
they're just too quick.
It's just sending them into spins, which is a bit of a shame. And the one with damage is able to carry on. Verdecchia teammate, now the only BMW Crown Racing Cromwell Questas goes on the inside. Gromov's gonna go for Gotha, and a massive crash for the pair of them. Gromov rolling over and over, but he is gonna be able to continue on.
Oh, that's damage to Herhold again. Gotha had an unsafe rejoin straight into Herhold, and well, this is on Gromov. That is
very dirty from Alex Gromov.
That is... what is going on today with the LMP1 field? They're so dirty, it feels like I'm watching a touring car race at times.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Gotha was absolutely out of control here. Let's see, flips, puts the power down, and there's nothing you can do here. Gets into Herhold. That might still be a penalty as an unsafe region, but it is a penalty for Cromwell Questas, by the way. A 10-second time penalty for him for an unsafe region. Miran, you take over now. I'll be back in I believe like 5 minutes.
And there is the streaking Gomez. He's gonna go on to Von Gotha again. She's gonna get sandwiched in between Harry Herhold, but it is gonna be the smoking Alex Gromov who does get past, and he's gone off, and I think that's a failure. I think the engine's gone for Alex Gromov, and he is gonna be out of the race. And you can see there on the inside, he gets Herhold and Von Gotha, who, mind you, now has a 10-second time penalty, but he just goes there and into the braking zone, and the car just goes. And that's gonna be quite a dramatic end to Alex Gromov's opening round of the LMS season, which is a shame for him, obviously. There's Ulken Doppler in the pit lane, same with the two Algarve Pro Racing cars. Darius Petrauskas leads away in LMP1 from Joseph Murray and Matthew Wattenberg in third. There's Caruso, and then Knox down in sixth. Is being chased down by Langahori Gome in 7th position. The Waterwood Aston Martin versus the Kronstadt. It's going to be a very interesting battle, this one, as Hori Gome lurks behind. And there is the LMP2 of Daniel Ward as well, I believe in 8th position. Or no, I think Ward is lapped. My apologies, but Horigome is going to go to the inside line of Sierra Knox and does get past the American. So that is the Aston Martin up into P6. Nice overtake from Langa Horigome. Obviously the relative of Yuto Horigome racing in IndyCar for Panos. As looking a bit further down the LMP1 field, Di San Marino under pressure from Dick Speed. And Speed himself, who's got teammate Reaper behind in 15th position. Reaper might try something on his teammate here as well. You can see how absolutely close this pack is. And there, I think, is a lapped LMP2 of Hussein Chetinkaya behind as well. And there goes Dick Speed. He's going to have a look on the outside of the San Marino, but it is going to be the Aston Martin that does defend from the Porsche Penske Motorsports car. You can see them down the Ulmann Straight. It is going to be Dick Speed who is going to try it on the inside of the San Marino into Sunset Bend. I don't think he's close enough. The Aston Martin has pulled away. Reaper is going to try something. Is he going to go on the outside of Sunset Bend? And he does so. He's going to be on the outside and he gets it done. Beautiful overtake from Tobias Reaper on his teammate Dick Speed. And he's ahead for 14th overall. Very well done from Reaper. That was a beautiful move. And he now is going to try his luck at overtaking the Aston Martin of Patrizia Andriana de San Marino. And that's a car up and over. And it is Matthew Wattenberg. And I think his suspension's gone. I think it's a failure for the Ferrari. We're going to see what happened. And hello, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back. What happened? He was lapping. Oh dear.
Massive crash.
Into Ulken Doptar as well. That is a massive accident for Matthew Wattenberg. Dear me, like yeah, it is a suspension failure here. The car just snaps to the left and no control. That might, I hope it's not, but that might be an injury for him.
Yeah, that's a massive crash for Matthew Wattenberg, the man who was contending for the race lead in the early stages of this race. You can see that's so scary. And that's going to be the Zy Grand Prix car of Doptar, who is going to have damage as well, unfortunately, due to that. But yeah, very, very scary accident. All we can do is just hope that the driver is okay.
So that's one of the contenders for the race win out
and
of it.
And Chetinkaya is out as well. And that's, I believe, into the barrier. Must have been a failure for the Turkish driver. And I think it is. You can see there. And the car just snaps on him. And backwards into the tire barrier. Luckily, it was quite a shallow angle of impact. So, yeah, but the car does come to quite a stop there. Either way, I do think he should be alright. As there's Doptar being overtaken by Alessandro Caruso. The stricken Zy Grand Prix car not doing too well. There's the two Ninas Porsche Racing Team cars. Two Nurchans brothers, as Aris Soilu is going to try overtaking the LMP1 of Morten O'Connor. But he gets put in his place by the Glickenhaus, as Wilhelm and Soilu are battling away for position here.
Yeah, Soilu clearly trying his best to get past the Celine, the Filipovski Celine. But it might not be the case. You can see Morten O'Connor just flying on the straight, and that's damage to Patrizia Andriana de San Marino. What happened?
Yeah, she was fighting with
Bethes is out of the race. Oh, well, that's a different angle.
Another roller.
That's
Ragano. Ragano, what is that?
What is he doing there, and how? What?
And he's
so many questions, no answers.
It was fine for a bit when it came to Di San Marino, and then Von Gotha just made contact with the Aston Martin, which just pitched it into a roll again. So a very scary accident. You can see that, but I don't know what happened here.
Wait, what happened? Look at Ragano. Okay, let's see. Bethes is off in front of him, and
what is he doing?
Yeah, Ragano had no chance to react to that.
Yeah, but still the rejoin he does is still pretty terrible. And yeah, very, very stupid from Ragano, I have to say. But Bethes, obviously...
Bethes as well, I mean...
Yeah, Bethes, I would say that's not the smartest judgment from Ratko Bethes either, considering... the end just goes up in smoke.
To be fair, he had no control over that.
Yeah. Actually, I might have to reconsider that.
Like, but that time the car is gone. There's nothing you can do.
I guess he didn't have much control over it, and then Ragano
had complete control over his rejoin though, and that is probably going to be and that's Holmqvist just going into it, and the champion of last season, Nguena, also with damage.
I have to say though, this early into the race, I think we are seeing quite appalling driver standards. We're just gonna have to hope that this does not continue into the later stages of the race. But 10 minutes have passed just about now.
Yeah, 12.
12?
Yeah, 12.
Oh, and yeah, 10-second penalty for Davide Ragano for an unsafe rejoin. There's Caruso who's got damage.
Oh,
That's. I think it
that's
was a
on
bit.
him.
Yeah,
That's just on him.
Yeah, I was trying to be a bit too ambitious there. That's a bit stupid from Alessandro Caruso. Remember, this is the track in which he sealed his first GT title.
Yeah, that was a very exciting finale of the GT series. Speaking of the GT series, there's a man who he beat, Nico Ronkas, now being aggressively lapped by Darius Petrauskas.
Yeah, Ronkas, I guess, just didn't want to move out of the way there. Either way, Petrauskas will be chasing down
Joseph Murray, who's under the lead of the race.
Yeah, I did not actually notice Murray into the lead. There's Knox onto Tander on the inside line. The two are going to go wheel to wheel. And I think Knox is going to be able to get Tander. No, the Australian still hangs on in the Glickenhaus. But Knox on the outside does get the Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus.
Oh, but there he goes. He tries to retaliate. And Knox has the outside line. Should be a bit better for here.
Two Ferraris are battling as well with each other, as Ari Soilu is holding up Luan here. Luan's gonna get past, Tander does get past, Knox struggles a bit here with lapping the Ferrari.
Ward tries to get through, I don't know if he did, onto Nick Tander on the back of Alex Luan. To the inside, the aggressive Sen has the downforce and the grip to do so, but doesn't complete the move. There is Carl Wilhelm, and because of this whole train, Gerard Knox catches right back up to Nick Tander, and there is Tamer de Jong, one of the culprits of today's racing, 3 wide nearly on Ullman Straight. Luckily, no such things happening. That would be a bit too hectic into the Sunset Bend. De Jong does not get through Nick Tander, and status quo remains with Sierra Knox now slowly catching up to the Rebellion.
Yeah, De Jong did not get the best of exits, and Knox, I think, might want to try it in the first corner. There is Van Damme into the first corner. Now all these drivers are just gonna have to try and lap the GTs as clean as possible. De Jong does get past, in fact, and now Tander is stuck behind Müller, and the Rakus are fighting for position. Now obviously the GTE boys have to respect the blue flag rules, but they are also battling each other, so they have to make sure that they do not lose they lose minimal time here. And you can see that there's Luan who's going to try to get past Müller, but he's being boxed in as Müller goes on the inside of Rakus there. The two are going to go wheel to wheel, and Müller does get past the Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari #1 driver, and that is the Ferrari factory GTE team, obviously, and the LMP1 team of driver of Alex Luan does get past. Knox is past as well, and you can see drivers are struggling here. As Ward in the LMP2 is going to try to get past these guys as well. It's absolute traffic chaos here as they head through. As there's Metskal as well in the Paradubice Motorsport, who is leading his class still. The man who started on pole. There's Ward, has Drakus, and Cuesta's going to try it on the inside of Seco Bulba as the Turismo Autosport driver is struggling. Cuestas does get past Seco Bulba and clears Rakus as well. And now finally Seco Bulba is going to be passing the GTE car. There's the battle for fourth. Jorge Gomez has made his way up to 4th position, so very well done from him. Metzcal fighting off the LMP1 of Cromwell Cuestas. It's going to be an interesting battle, as Cuestas should have the more superior straight line speed. He's going to try and think into turn 1, and he does so, and on the inside, not much Metzcal can do, and it is going to be the BMW Crown racing car that does get passed for P8 overall.
You know, I'm surprised that Metzcal's doing so well in the LMP2 car. I mean, you know, it's an LMP2 car. You wouldn't suspect those guys to be so high up in front, but there they are.
Yeah, it's not badly done at all from the lone Paradubice Motorsport car. As we look to the battle for the lead, Darius Petrauskas are taking the lead of the race, but you can see by how much Joseph Murray is catching up. And I think if he just does get the run, he is going to be able to clear the Lithuanian.
Oh dear, but look at this. The engine of the Porsche is just a disaster.
Yeah, that thing is not very good, but under braking and through the corners is where this thing shines. and he's just gonna have to hope that he doesn't lose enough power down the straight. But you can see Petrauskas is like a rocket compared to Murray.
Yeah, you can tell that the Porsche Penske is only doing well in the corners here, but the engine development has been known since pre-season that it doesn't exist, frankly speaking, and it is a bit of an issue for the team. But yeah, at least now we have an interesting battle for the lead, because every single time Petrauskas gets on a straight, he has a massive advantage. But through the twisty bits, you know, through sections such as Cunningham Corner, I think he will have a very good advantages. Now we're into the hairpin turn, and Murray doesn't get him. He thinks about it, gets a bit of a bad run, runs a bit wide, and that's going to be it for now, as they're about to enter the Cunningham Corner, which I mentioned before. That's damage. That's a damaged car, and that is Sierra Knox, but that's a separate accident, I think. Might be separate. We'll see.
I think I maybe know who to point fingers at. No.
I do.
Oh, now we know. And that's Al-Hamad.
I mean, to be honest, this is on Knox. This is a very late move. Hamad was already turned into the corner. LMP drivers need to learn when to overtake GTs, because you're going to have a lot more situations like these, and that's not what you want to see whatsoever.
Yes, indeed. As we go to the battle for the LMP1 and overall race lead, Darius Petrauskas being chased down by Joseph Murray. Obviously, it is sector 2 and 3 where Murray does catch up the most, because that's the more technical bit of the track, but it is down the Ullman Straight where Petrauskas shines, and you can see Murray just has no fighting chance down the straight, and I just think that's what he needs. He just needs the run on the straight compared to Petrauskas, but just isn't getting it, and you can see through Sunset Bend how close he does get, and then it just all goes away as they head into turn 1. Either way, they're going to head into turn 1, and Murray is going to have a sizable difference. That's Holmqvist in the pit lane. I think that is just for repairs, I believe. Yep, that's Holmqvist without her front end. So let's see what happened to the Swede in the Rebellion Racing LMP2 car, the number 19. And oh dear. And that's Samuel Ace. And yeah, she just tries to go for the move, but obviously that was never going to work. And she's just sent careening into the tire barrier. Luckily the car is facing the right side up, and she does re-enter the circuit without issue. So yeah, still a big accident for Johanna Holmqvist. But that move was never going to work for the Swede. Murray still on the back of Darius Petrauskas. That Porsche car just doesn't work down the straight as compared to the SCG. But yeah, obviously Formula 2 race winner Darius Petrauskas versus Formula 1 world champion Joseph Murray. Very, very interesting, obviously, to see these two guys going at it. Looking a bit further down the field, there is Suvorov, who's gone past Nguyen. Anton Suvorov obviously making his racing debut here at Sebring with Kronstadt, as that is FG with damage, the number 999 Caio Betts car, and it is Samuel Ace who's going to be the culprit of this again, but FG just goes into the back of him. That is stupid. From him, I don't know what he was thinking, but that move was never going to work. And that's Speed. That is Dick Speed, who is out of the race. And I think a failure of some sorts is gonna be the reasoning behind this. And this must have happened quite a while back, so that is gonna put the number 1 Porsche Penske Motorsports car out. There's a bit of damage to the front end. You can see it's a bit bent, so I think he must have had some sort of collision. And we're gonna see here. Oh, that is. Yeah, it's facing the wrong way into the barrier, so I think this probably was just a failure for the American. And yeah, I think it does look like it is side by side with Müller there. Gets past, and then the car just goes, and that's at a very high speed. Once again, shallow angle of impact, and he did manage to get the car stopped. So no worries there, but unfortunately, obviously, he is out. Knox in the pits for repairs. As we look to Di San Marino, who does lap Daniel Ward. Once again, looking at the battle for the lead, Murray just isn't able to get past. He's going to have to hope for some sort of traffic to hit Petrauskas, so he can just find his way past. And it might be coming up. There's Del Pene up ahead. Look at that. He just got... And you can see Petrauskas is just gone on the straight. There's no way he's able to catch up. I don't know how he's supposed to get past. And Petrauskas does get past Del Pene for now. Let's see if Murray is going to be as lucky. Through the corner, it does get blocked by the Arabia Racing car, but he is ahead. Arabia Racing, obviously the GTE outfit owned by His Majesty Aruf bin Salman Al Hamad, the King of Bahrain, who obviously is racing number 22, and that is Metcalf.
And that's on him. He just goes into the back of Ward. This is... He was doing so well. And I wanted to compliment him. I am back, and I have some good news. Well, good, as much as it can be good. I can officially... Oh, that's Mr. Man.
Oh, what is he doing?
Oh, that is vile. But Matthew Wattenberg has already been transported to the nearby hospital. So we're just gonna have to wait and hope for a good, good outcome of such a visit. But what happened? Mr. Man, he locks up into the corner as Questas did. Into the wall, bounces off of it, and straight back into the track. And into Daniel Ward, and that's damage to that's damage to Patrizia and San Marino as well. A bit of it falling apart, falling off of the car.
Yeah,
hectic race here.
Yeah, that's a shame at the moment. But you did also miss Dick Speed.
I saw the screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Murray, obviously, who is struggling. Petrauskas is being held up by traffic. He does get past Van Damme, so guess it should be no problem for him. Now Murray is gonna have to pass the Porsche, and he does so.
Oh, and Petrauskas still gets stuck behind Carl Wilhelm. There's a bit of time, but he's through the Celine already. Murray's gonna have the luxury of overtaking such a car on a straight, but then again, being a Porsche on a straight is far from a luxury. Also, Mustaman gets a 10-second time penalty for that unsafe region of his, and Samuel Ace in this... you know what? I like the simple livery of the Zai.
Oh yeah, the white with the red stripe. I think it's quite nice, but I really like I think my favorite livery on the GTE field has got to be the number 56 Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari, which was just on the screens, and Petrauskas has lost it, and look at that, it's damage to the Lithuanian. He's re-entered quite dangerously, but what happened to Petrauskas?
He was trying to lap Rodney Raku's Williams F1 driver, and he locks up. He just feels the pressure, locks up, the rear goes, and then he spins, and Raku's had nowhere to go, really. That's so unfortunate. That's a race leader out of it. He's done for.
That's such a shame. Obviously, there's still quite a lot in this race to go, so anything can still happen. As I was just talking about how pretty the number 56 Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari car looked, it gets damaged.
You know what? I don't agree with you.
But it's such
I like it. But listen,
yeah.
Listen, the Kurdistan livery.
The contrast on it is very nice. I could agree with you on that one.
I
But it
like
is also
the red stripes and the way they did the Kurdistan flag. Really shows creativity.
I do like the livery, but it is also my livery, so I don't want to sound self-pretentious when I say that I like it. But it is a good livery, yes, I do agree with you.
Yeah, no, but plenty of good liveries on the field. I mentioned Kronstadt before. You have
and
that's Ace onto Miller.
yeah, that's for position.
But I wanted to say that we also have, you know, the Pardubice Motorsport car. You have, there you go, the Kaya Bettis racing cars. They look phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they look very
Um,
good. The Martini livery. I like the blue car of Bettas more, but the red one also looks really nice.
you
With
have,
the
you know, the Aston Martins. They have amazing
yes,
liveries.
the Aston Martins are fantastic, I have to say.
Kronstadt also has a good one. Ferrari looks good as well. Simple, but it just works. That's what Ferrari
But
usually is. There's a yellow flag somewhere on the circuit. No, sorry, that's the fuel light for Tito Garcia Moreira in the LMP2 Patterson car.
I like the LMP1 Patterson, actually. I love the design, how they've implemented the main sponsor, Tommy Hilfiger. Because they've based the color scheme around it, and they've made, like, just a massive Tommy Hilfiger logo. If we could get the LMP1 Patterson on the screen. Where is Caruso?
Isn't he out?
Oh,
No,
there
there he is. Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's a fantastic design.
Yeah. It looks very, very good, and I do like it a lot. But I think, yeah, the Aston Martins probably have the I think the cleanest looking liveries, but I do also love the Ferrari, the maroon red, and that's Garcia Moreira, who loses it a bit as he comes into the pit lane. Torben Toft is in as well. I think that's just the line that drivers take when they come into the pit lane.
Yeah. Also, speaking of liveries, I have a soft spot for BWT liveries, and you know,
there's
we
something charming about the pink. I do agree. And something's gone wrong in the pits.
That's Holmqvist out. Yeah, Holmqvist is out of the race. I think she suffered a failure.
That must be.
Yeah, okay, it's a gearbox failure for her. She's stuck in fourth. Okay. And then Moreira pits, and then the Holmqvist just doesn't stop the car on time.
Yeah, that's. I don't think that's the best way to retire for Johanna Holmqvist. I have to say, one livery I do absolutely love though is the BMW Crown Racing. It looks so good with the red to blue gradient paired with the matte gray and the white. Looks fantastic in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks very clean, very modern, very sleek. I love it.
And then you have the Rebellion, which is like a two-tone livery, you know, one part grey, one part black. It just generally, LMS has a very good livery selection.
Oh, and the young, nice car control there. Catch the slide. I don't know why, but I did like the Rebellion last season though. I don't know what it was about it.
It was more silver. It had a bit more shine to it.
I liked the chrome. I think looked a lot more nicer than the matte.
I
am like an absolute sucker for chrome liveries. But this is the battle for the LMP1 lead. This is Tander versus no, it's not. It's
it was lapping.
Yeah.
Speaking of lead though, it is a Glickenhaus 1 and 2. Despite all the hardship that team has gone through this race.
Yeah, very well done from Glickenhaus, obviously. That's Tander and Petrauskas running 1-2 with O'Connor. Don't know where O'Connor is, but he's somewhere. Looking at the GTEs, there's Soilu and Van Damme. We're going to be battling with each other. Then Müller and Wilhelm. Wilhelm being passed by Knox, who is going to have to watch out lapping GTEs again. I'm not sure if he can pick up damage, but you can really see the speed difference between the GTEs and the prototypes. As Müller is being lapped by Davido Ragano. Let's pass the Italian without issue. Also, she's going to have to defend from the defending GTE champion of last season, Kyle Wilhelm, in the Filipovski Salin Motorsport. I have to say, though, Filipovski have an insanely strong lineup in GTE with Harry Harold, Formula 1 world champion, and Kyle Wilhelm, the GTE champion.
No, he's not. He's not the GTE champion.
He isn't. Season
yeah,
1.
He's a season 1, not last season.
I
That's
thought it
the
was
only
last
technicality. Last season it was Josh Flynn.
Right. But he isn't racing anymore.
Yeah.
And now that it's getting a bit dark, you can see the headlights are coming on the cars.
Oh, and this is the fun part of the race, isn't it? This is where you feel it coming. You know, it's when the race becomes a survival, right? When night arrives, it's where the whole track transforms, and I hope we will see more action in the night because it's a completely different vibe, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, back to the front, it's Caruso now chasing down Petrauskas. That Vanguard team Patterson looks quick on the straight. Petrauskas gets through. Oh no, yellow. Motor O'Connor is out of the race. Oh dear.
Yeah, that is. We were just talking about third. I was talking about the third Glickenhaus earlier, and he's wrecked all of the braking boards.
No. He avoided. He avoided 2. He avoided 1. Sorry.
Oh, and Tander!
Tander's out of fuel. Tander is not going to make it to his pit box. He runs out on the Ullman straight before the final corner. 2 Glickenhauses out on this straight, literally visible to each other. Glickenhaus is in shambles. They only have Petrauskas left, and that's only thanks to, I think, the fact that he got damaged earlier. So he is also, under pressure, and that's damage to Zarmim Imran. That first name really difficult. Oh, he just goes into the back of Caruso.
Yeah, Caruso lucky to not get damaged, but major strategic miscalculation for Glickenhaus. They just completely threw away the 1-2.
Yeah,
and it's such a shame.
That certainly is also a big surprise. Now Mescal and Cuesta slapping Rikke Wernersen. But yeah, it's such a weird crash. I mean, not crash, sorry, but yeah, it is a crash of form for the team. They controlled the pace in their home race, and it's just gone. It just feels weird. And we're now watching in Buena lap Samuel Ace. I have to say though, Samuel Ace, he's a surprising talent, originating from IndyCar. He's been here and there, and he's doing decently for himself in this race.
Yeah, I think he is. He's a very surprising driver on his day. I think he can do well when the time is right. Joseph Murray then, who now is in the lead. So Petrauskas has lost it to Murray. Or no, we did lose it a while ago, obviously. Petrauskas in second with Caruso in third. That is your LMP1 top 3.
Yeah. Also on the team radio, like a long time ago, Taylor de Jong was told to take care of his engine because of his teammate's retirement. I just had a look through the radio communications. There he is, battling Langa Horigoma in the other Westwood Aston Martin. But I believe, I don't know, that's a clean move. But isn't Langa coming into the bits? No, that's just a clean overtake from Taylor de Jong. I guess he learned from his mistake about the first move he did into that corner. As a night... Oh, that's Konta Miran FG into Anton Suvorov. The Russian driver really not having pace today, has he?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Suvorov, but I mean, he just isn't living up to the expectations. And we're gonna see what happened. This was, I believe, FG trying to get past, and just a bit poorly judged from FG. But to be fair to him, to be fair to him, Suvorov was going very slowly.
He's going very slowly. He's driving so oddly. I don't get it. Suvorov, it looks like he has a failure. But
yeah, it looks like there's something wrong with that car, but it's just driving so slowly.
Maybe it's the lack of skill.
Yeah,
maybe, or maybe the car is actually broken. We will never know. Anyways, FG gets a bit of a warning for causing that collision. No penalty though, so that's fine. But yeah, back to the field. That's Rob Sekobul was having a pit stop, and Gwena is lapping Nico Ronkas. And that's about it. Also, Miran, we are missing an entry today.
We are.
That's the Chroma SP Racing. They just didn't turn up.
I guess it's a bit like the Turkey Motorsport fable of Formula 1. We have a Turkish team enter LMS and they don't show up. So, I don't know. Turkey, get your stuff together.
Oh, yeah, there hasn't been an article about it yet, but the Turkey Motorsport people are quite unhappy that they're not on the season 6 grid. And, according to the paddock rumors, the owner actually showed up at the last race in Canada and said that he's going to participate anyways. I really want to see how that is going to happen, but they're saying if it's not season 6, then they will enter in season 7. Anyways, we're now on board. I believe this is Rodney Rackus. Yes, it is. Chasing down Schwell Michael Maher in the super speed racing team. As I said, I am a sucker for those BWT deliveries. They just click for me. As that's Axel von Norkrantz, Formula E podium sitter on debut. And, well, that's about it. There's Nico Ronkas. That's Ulkan Doptar. And we're going to just go up the field. It's still Joseph Murray in the lead of this race, just so you know, guys. Followed by Petrauskas, Caruso, Luan, and Cuestas, as you can see on the bar on the top of your screen. Caruso, though, has damage. What happened here? Did he go wide? Did he hit Suvorov? Yes, he did.
Oh. And
yeah, that's unfortunate.
I think that is on Caruso.
It's just like the FG situation. While Suvorov is slow, you know, he should be an easy driver to overtake. No need to hit him.
Yeah. And Luan is gonna be lapping the LMP1 of Suvorov. Have to say, it's looking a bit shameful for Kronstadt at the moment with their second driver.
Yeah, especially considering that Sierra Knox had such amazing pace, especially at the start of the race and in qualifying. Suvorov qualifying behind an LMP2 car 5 seconds off of pole, I believe. That's not a happy place.
Oh, and that's Toft making contact with His Majesty Al Hamad. So I think the King of Bahrain won't be too happy with that. As we look for the battle for P4, this is Cromwell Cuestas versus Sierra Knox for 5th position. For P4 is this, I think.
Oh, that's damage. I can hear a car doing very weird noises. I heard a car do very weird.
I think it might be Luan.
No. It was a sound of carbon crunching or a car getting on throttle. Oddly, we'll just go up the odd and see if I'm wrong or if it's just my paranoia. Yeah, let's see. It might have been just my paranoia and weird engine sounds. Yep, I am correct. Oh, pardon that then. I'm gonna be back in a second.
Yeah, I'll be taking over once again. And Laga Morigoma is gonna get past the Paradumo Steiner Metcalf. I believe it's not a position, and it isn't. But this one is gonna be position as Horigoma is gonna go around the outside of Timon de Jong. That was lovely from Langa Horigome. And he gets past for 6th position. Nicely done from the Japanese driver in the water with Aston Martin Racing. But this marks the other Horigome driver's debut. And the FIA has issued a statement that they have warned Kronstadt, the Kronstadt race team, for Anton Suvorov's slow pace, and he's actually holding up his teammate here. He's looking up Knox and Moreira. Garcia Moreira has flipped over and into the barrier. Big crash for the Portuguese driver, and and he's flipped back over to the circuit. Massive crash for Tito Garcia Moreira for Featherfin Films Team Patterson. Quite the tongue twister of a name. And that's Van Damme. Van Damme and Seko Bulwa have crashed. Now absolute chaos descends here. What has happened?
I go off for a minute.
And he just... Seko Bulwa makes contact with Van Damme, flips him over into the barrier. Massive crash.
Again, and then just keeps on spinning. The Seko Bulwa flying reminded me of the unreleased Le Mans race.
Oh, yes.
For a bit. But what happened to Moreira? He just gone off. Oh, he tried to move on palla del penne, and you have to do the double N because otherwise... Because penne means male genitalia in Italian, so...
Yeah.
Common mistake in restaurants in Italy, by the way. Please take care.
Garcia Moreira with a massive accident, but he is able to continue. But carrying on with the race, Sierra Knox in third is going to try to get past Kyle Wilhelm and Samuel Ace, her fellow compatriot. Gonna get past Ace, and then the Kurdistan car of, I think that is I thought it was Ronket, but it was Müller. Cuestas gonna get past as well. Cuestas, who is chasing down Knox for position as the night falls on the Sebring circuit. Now then, Cuestas on the back of the Kronstadt of Sierra Knox, the number 47, as he goes to the inside line into turn 1 and swoops past the American, and up into the podium places goes Cromwell Cuestas for BMW Crown Racing. Nice move there, and a time penalty has been awarded to Rob Seko Bulwa. 20-second time penalty for causing a collision with Michael Van Damme. So it's gonna be it's a bit of a shame for what happened to Van Damme as well. There's Luan in P5 with Jorge Gomez chasing down the Vietnamese driver in the Ferrari. On board with Langa Jorge Gomez, the number 009 Water with Aston Martin racing car. Obviously it was Patricia Andiano in the 007 Aston Martin racing car. But I have to say that one, it was all green. This one in black and red, and that's Luan with damage. He's hit the Arabia racing car of Aruf bin Salman Al Hamad, and that's damage to the number 28 Ferrari.
I mentioned this, you have to be cautious when you're lapping GTEs, and I guess Alex just didn't hear me. Oh,
that was absolutely avoidable.
I don't know if they're just, I don't know. Maybe they don't have as much visibility or something. I just don't know, but that is silly. But yeah, as we move on in this race, 32 minutes and 40 seconds left. So we're way halfway done, I believe. Yeah, we're halfway done already with the race. Now, in the last 30 minutes, considering what we have seen in the first half of the race, I think we are in for a hectic finale.
Yeah, I do think we are, as Luan's gonna pit for repairs.
That's a yellow flag, though.
Yellow, yeah, there's a yellow somewhere. Someone's gone off, and I think that was one of the... No.
Oh, Seko Bulwa was out of the race.
And that's...
The Xi engine running Turismo Autosport car.
That's just coming out of the pit lane.
Oh,
what
really?
A shame. The car just goes on him.
Wait, he speeds in the pit lane because of the failure, and then it's off, I think. Or maybe he didn't speed, I'm not sure, but he's out of the race. The engine must have been turned off, maybe a stuck throttle then. But whatever the issue is, it doesn't matter as the car is out.
Yeah, that's a big shame for the Turismo Autosport team, as they will not be finishing the race here at Sebring. Looking through the field, there's Evgeny 13, who's going to get past Ari Soilu. Zarmi Mimran getting past the damaged Michael Macher. I don't remember Michael Macher picking up damage.
This might be a scheduled stop then for Michael Maher.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. This is getting hectic to follow. I mean, if you watch the Rockingham race in IndyCar, you know how crazy that got to follow
Oh, yes.
due to the amount of damage that started to pop up with each passing lap. But yeah, following the man who's in P2 in this race, never mind that Questas in P3 in the BMW Crown Racing car has a time penalty, I believe.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
I
he
believe
does.
it was 5 seconds. It could
Yeah.
be 10, I don't remember.
It is 5.
Yeah. Either way, we're all... it is being...
Sorry, yes, 15 seconds for Questas.
Oh, wow. And you also did miss Langa Gomez, fantastic overtake on time, and De Jong around the outside through Sunset Bend. But into turn 1, De Jong's going to try to retaliate on the Aston Martin. You can see 200 kilometers through the first corner. Absolutely fearsome corner, obviously very, very quick. You can see De Jong absolutely just attacking him as much as possible, trying to get past and find the opportunity to overtake Langa Gomez.
Oh no, that's Regana out.
So yet another failure. And that is gonna be Algarve Pro Racing, a double DNF for both Hussein Chetinkaya and David Oragano. It's a shame for the LMP2 outfit, unfortunately. Don't think they will be too happy with that. And I think Caruso had actually caught up to, and here it was the move by Hyman de Jong, I believe, on Langa Gomez. So we're gonna see how Hyman de Jong was able to get past. And look, just on the inside, as he was trying to get past Ari Soilu, and very well done from Hyman de Jong. Placed his car very well there to get past him.
Yeah, that's one way you can use GTE cars to your advantage, and De Jong did it. Trying to redeem himself this race as well. Langa Gomez trying to follow through. Oh, never mind. Oh dear, that's contact with Soilu as she had a poor exit. But I have to say, that car looks fantastic, and man, I wish it could win one day, because it just looks good.
I hope it does, but obviously it is a long season that we do have ahead of us. It is only the first round of the third season of GTE, as Sierra Knox, I believe, is gonna get past Von Gotha.
No, never mind. Knox stuck behind Wernersen now.
Oh, that's not gonna be good, but Knox does get past Wernersen.
Yeah, the race has cooled down, luckily for us, though, I have to say. At least for this moment. I still have images of Matthew Wildenburg's crashing in my head.
Oh yeah, that was a massive accident. Either way, this is on board with Steiner Metzcal in the number 112 Paradubice Motorsport car. I believe he's the LMP2 class leader.
Yep, he is. He's been dominant, and he looks like he's going to stay in this position for a long time.
Yeah, at the moment it is looking good for him, but yeah, you should not speak too early. I think that is one thing we have learned from doing endurance races. But yeah, I think you'd expect the WIP cars to be up there as well, but Metzcal has been taking a very dominant lead in LMP2. And that's going to be Torbjörn Toft with damage. That's on to Delalami. And he's not done too well there as he tried to get past the Scuderia Moreira. So So Zarmin Imran onto Del Penne. And then onto Tobias Reaper. And you can see, obviously, as we know, the Porsche Penske not the best in the straights. And Imran took big advantage of that as he, into Sunset Bend, tried to go on the outside, but just the slightest of touches gave him damage, and unfortunately he's gonna have to come in for repairs. What could have been a fantastic move turned into a bit of a disaster for Zarmin Imran.
A disaster can sum up a lot of drivers' races today, even teams. When you think about Glickenhaus, you know, sure they have Petrauskas in, still running, but you know, the moment when O'Connor and Tander retired, the two Australians.
Okay, I was incorrect. It was not Metskal who was leading LMP2. It was Torbjörn Toft, who is now in the pit lane, obviously, and did get damage. So that was the LMP2 class leader, and I think now it will be Metskal in the lead as Reaper gets past Emil von Nordschanz. Alessandro Caruso is going to try to get Harry Herholt on the inside line there. And that is Darius Petrauskas. And something that happened to him, I wonder what. There's Sam Ace. Goes on the inside and just clips him there. And once again, I think this is a warning for the LMP1 boys that they have to be considerate in lapping the GTE guys. And it's a mistake we've seen over and over again. I mean, Knox made the exact same mistake on the exact same driver into the exact same corner. Just what Caruso did. Knox did a few laps earlier.
This basically gives the win to Joseph Murray, no? Yeah, to Joseph Murray, isn't it? Because, I mean, he still has a pit stop to do, I believe.
Still 26.5 minutes to go, we can't say for sure.
Yeah, but, you know, at the moment, Murray is going to be uncontested. The only thing he has to worry about is traffic.
Yeah, obviously, just have... I think, yeah, the most important thing for Joseph Murray now is just going to be to keep it clean and just hold on until the end. There's Ulken Dottar getting past Ronkas. Same with Joseph Murray, who does get past. Question is, who's leading GTE?
That's a good question. Let's see. Going down the order with our cameraman, the one with damage, but it's Nico Ronkas, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, and in second is Kyle Wilhelm. Then it's Ace in third, Müller in fourth, and Del Penne in fifth. So very well done from him. Jacques in sixth. Then it's Michael Macker in seventh with Vannersen in eighth. Then we have Axel von Nordkrantz in ninth, Soilu in 10th. Van Damme is in 11th with damage. Al-Hamad is in 12th. And Harry Herholt is 13th at the moment with Peder Bellanami in 14th. Then it is Max Mustermann in 15th, and that's it. So interesting to see Pala Del Penne in 5th.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't expect it.
No, not at all.
So, yeah, I mean, overall, Arabia Racing is just a bit of a... It's an interesting outfit, I believe. Just, you know, you have the King of Bahrain, and, oh, that's an engine power cut in the Zai engine. That's, this reminds me of the Season 2 story of that entry.
Oh,
That
yes.
that was just cursed. Oh, that's...
Oh, and yeah, it goes into the back of, that's Emil von Nordkrantz. So that's not very good for von Gotha, but, the battle for P9 then between, or no, this is, yeah, P9, between the LMP1 of Elisabeth von Sachsen-Coburg and Gotha, and Viran Evji of Caio Bettas Racing in 9th. I did not even know he was in 9th position. That's still a pretty good recovery.
Yeah, again, oh, yellow flag. There was a yellow flag, and not related to... Oh, that's...
Oh, that is von
Elisabeth
Gotha.
von Gotha, and that's going to be a DNF. Oh dear, wait, oh no. Oh no, uh-oh.
Oh, and just straight into the tire barrier.
And
That's
because this is most likely going to be a DNF, we're gonna have a chat in the forbidden DM, I believe. Unless she can get that spinning the other way round. This was an impact at 215 kilometers per hour.
and just a total stop there. You see, look at the speedometer. That's a massive accident.
Oh, she's reversing. She's reversing.
Come on,
No,
come on.
you can do it.
Oh,
You can do it. Come on.
come on.
Just a bit more. I think the driver inside might be knocked out.
Either way, the race goes on. FG, I guess, won't have to worry about defending ninth now. Just gonna have to let past Alex Luan there. Von Gotha is out.
That's
Yeah, we can all just hope that Von Gotha is all right, obviously. And that's Petrauskas!
And that's the Glickenhaus dream over in flames, literally, as Petrauskas is...
That's such a massive shame for Glickenhaus. That's the third car out with 23 minutes to go. And it just goes up in smoke. Big shame for Darius Petrauskas and Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus. And look how close that was to... Yeah. It was very, very close. As I believe running in second. Look at that. Cromwell Cuestas. But he is coming in this lap. So, let's see how it goes for Cromwell Cuestas. Obviously now is going to be the time where strategy is going to start to matter as Cuestas does come in. Just going to have to hope for a quick stop with everything. There's Nguena getting past Musterman. That means Timon de Jong now takes second position. There is the Kronstadt, that is Knox into the pits from fourth position. Should be about a minute's pit stop, obviously to replace tires and refuel that Mezcal into the pit as well. Race calming down a bit now. I think it's now just gonna be about getting your car all the way until the end with 20 minutes left, obviously.
Yeah, but it's not going to be easy though. That's the one thing you can be sure about. It's not going to be easy to get to that finish line because, well, as we have just seen with Petrauskas, your car can break at any moment in the race, even when you're sure about pretty much, just going on to the end. Look at a triple DNF in Glickenhaus's home race. That's not good. That's a yellow flag. That's Ace with damage into Wilhelm.
Ace has
and
got
that's
damage,
FG's out.
FG. And the car is gone for...
and he's out of fuel.
Yeah. So that's going to be a double DNF for Caio Bettas Racing as well. And he's just pulled over to one side, so that's a shame for the number 999 LMP2 car. I said previously we wouldn't have to worry about Von Gotha behind. I guess he just had to worry about something else. Either way, I guess that's just a strategy miscalculation from Caio Bettas Racing. Big shame for them though, to see that they won't be able to finish in...
the race leader has stopped. The race leader's out of the race.
Oh!
That's it. I curse Joseph Murray. It's a car failure for the Porsche Penske. Oh no, you're joking.
That's massive. Yeah, that is absolutely massive for Joseph Murray. And he, from the race lead, this race that he's led for so long, he's going to be out.
And who's taking the lead of the race? Hold on.
It's De Jong. It's Tymon De Jong for Rebellion Racing. That's going to be the number 13 Rebellion Racing machine that's going to go into the race lead.
Oh my god. Well, that's a plot twist and a half. And then you have Langa, Horigom, and P2.
It's going to be Knox who's going to get into the podium position as well, I do believe. No, it's Caruso.
It's Caruso. What a comeback for Alessandro Caruso. That is absolutely insane. Oh.
Say, and that's Knox.
Knox locks up, I believe. Yep. No, actually, no. Knox hits herself into Mikhail Van Dam, I believe. No, it's Nico Ronkas. Ronkas he's unfazed by that. The 10-time world champion just creates a force field around himself, and Knox is sent into the wall.
That's gonna ruin her chances of leading, obviously, but yeah, shame.
She's been knocked into that position there. She knocked herself out. There you go. I had to do it.
Either way, that is gonna bring a few of the guys up a few positions. Now Alessandro Caruso is definitely gonna be in the podium positions. It's just gonna be about bringing the car home now in P3. There's Cromwell Cuestas after his stop. He is P5 in class, with Reaper in 6th, and then Di San Marino in 7th.
I have to say, Westwood Aston Martin have been doing very well today.
Yeah, they've not done a bad job at all, as that's Anton Suvorov in 9th at the moment.
Oh, Suvorov. I mean, he's been lapped by the LMP field, but at least I guess he's still running. He hasn't been involved in any serious incidents, he's just there.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I think now he's showing up.
Oh, yellow. I thought that was a car, but those were fireworks. That's
Cuestas!
Oh dear, that's not good. Oh, and that's a brake failure. That's massive. Look at this.
And that's at such a high speed, and I can't imagine how scary that would have been for Cromwell Cuestas. And that's at, you can see, almost 300 kilometers an hour. The car just goes. He is so lucky to not hit the barriers, and especially.
Yeah, and you can see. Yeah, he was bumped up into the air by the grass bit there. That is absolutely scary.
And considering it's night, he can't see where he's going. So it's got to be even scarier for him, but he's so lucky.
Yeah, on the onboard, we couldn't see where the wall was, the one at the end of the corner.
Yeah, that is very, very scary.
You know, you have to be very brave to do racing in the night. You have to be absolutely the bravest to handle these cars in the night. Look at the onboard of the Vanguard Team Patterson. Look at the insane grip these cars have. I mean, just look.
I have to say though, it's a fantastic engine sound as well. This Vanguard engine, or the Patterson engine, or whatever you'd like to call it. I have to say, it sounds absolutely fantastic. Just hearing that engine, the V8 engine scream, it sounds absolutely wonderful to the ears.
That's true, and it's a very good engine as well.
Oh yes, it's one of the best on the grid even. In terms of reliability and overall speed, it is very good.
So Miran, 60 minutes and 40 seconds left in the race. Can anything happen? Can anything more happen? I mean, we already had the race leader DNF right in front of our eyes on the 20-minute mark, so...
I definitely think something is gonna happen. I mean, we're not going to go 60 minutes with absolutely nothing. Probably now that I say that, it is going to happen, but yeah.
Meanwhile, De Jong is into the pits for his second stop. Oh my god, oh, Suvorov just got absolutely roasted. And this promotes Caruso into the P2. And this also means Langa Horigome is the race leader in the Red Bull sponsored Westwood Aston Martin.
Yeah, it is gonna be interesting. There's Reaper into the pit lane. Look how close that was. Between Reaper and De Jong. We're gonna see that once again then. As Reaper came into the pits. Look at how high speed that is as well. Wow.
Questionable ethics.
Yeah, that is very, very questionable from Tobias Reaper. But yeah, Langa Horigome in the lead now. It's gonna be interesting to see what's going to happen.
Also on Twitter, Ferrari LMP1 have just posted pain.
Yeah, I can understand. It's not the best for them at the moment. But now then, Langa Horigome in the lead of LMP1. In the lead of LMP2 is Movondo Nguena of World International Competition.
Yeah, I have to say, those cars, very simple livery, but they have a crack lineup when it comes to drivers. Warden and Nguena obviously being champion, and that's damage to Mescal.
Yeah, that's not very well done from Mescal, who is running third in class. And made contact with the man in second, that's Torben Toft. As they were battling for second, poorly executed from Steiner Mescal, or was it just Toft?
Too late.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nguena is 6th overall.
Yeah, that's not bad at all from Movondo Nguena. He's pulled a very big gap on the other LMP2s.
As the race moves forward, we're watching Moreira and Adrian Di San Marino trying to get through the LMP2 car. Oh dear, that's a doctor into the wall. That's a lockup. I presume from the Zai Grand Prix car, the Kazakhstani driver now. Kazakh driver, sorry. Gonna try and get it done. Yeah, it is a lockup. Look at this.
It's at such a high speed. Very scary, but
no damage though. Oddly enough. The car looks fine. But the question is, will the rejoin be fine? It is. Wow.
That is... I don't know what the engineers at Zai Grand Prix have been doing, but that is one sturdy car.
You know, when you stamp something against the wall, it becomes... At a moment, it becomes so, damaged that you can't damage it further. Or it just builds up immunity. I guess that's the way they can do it.
Do you think that's what they've done? They've just smashed the car into the wall several times, so it just builds up immunity. But they've done it like little by little.
Yes, clearly. You have to make those carbon fiber structures a bit more tense, one way or another. Yes. Anyways, Horigome is coming in this lap as
it's precision Polish engineering.
Yes. As her teammate, Di San Marino, is in the pits at the moment. Interesting strategy from Westwood. They have the upper hand against the rest of the field. The rest of the field being called Tame and De Jong, having nearly a lap of an advantage, in fact, for Horigome, but Horigome slowed down a bit by GTs. Paradoxically, this is good. No!
Oh! And he crashes out from the lead. I think that's a... Is that a failure?
No, he ran out of fuel. Langa, she ran out of fuel. She runs out of fuel.
That's that's the race leader. He's out. And just straight into the tire barrier. But massive accident for the Waterwood Aston Martin Racing number 009, and
Oh
that's
no,
gonna.
sorry, this is suspension failure. I'm wrong. The low fuel light, got me wrong. But yeah, that's a massive crash for the race leader, and this makes Alessandro Caruso, that is, if he gets there, the race leader.
Is he gonna win on his debut again, Alessandro Caruso?
Oh, history likes to repeat itself. That's all I'm gonna say.
Still 12 minutes to go. Anything can happen, and it will happen. Trust me.
Louis in the chat said, right before the crash, Horigome leads. I don't care if it's because the young pitted.
Yeah, the
Celebrations cut short.
The question is, it is gonna be between Caruso and De Jong, I think, for the race lead.
It is going to be, and Caruso has, in my opinion, Caruso has the advantage of being in a better car. The straight line speed in the end is going to be the deciding factor, in my opinion, because you have the long runs on the main straight. This track has a lot of straights in general and fast corners, in which the Vanguard Team Patterson car will be better than Rebellion Racing one, at least in my opinion. I'm no engineer.
And obviously, that Vanguard Team Patterson car is quite a bit more reliable as well. It's got one of the most reliable engines on the grid, in fact, only equal to Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus as well. So they should theoretically be better. And they should theoretically be better compared to Rebellion when it comes to
Performance,
reliability.
yes.
Yeah, performance and reliability.
Yeah,
I just
also,
ran out of words.
GTE update, as we can see, Soilu getting, and the Roncas getting passed by, and when it's Miller in the lead, followed by Palla del Penne in Arabia Racing, and then you have Rodney Rakus in third. That is a very interesting order, especially with Palla being P2.
I have to admire, though, one thing about the GTE drivers, they do not pit for damage. Michael Macher has been running this race without a front end for... It's almost been an hour, I'd say. Not an hour, but maybe like 40, 50 minutes. And he's just been going. He's completely fine. Well, not completely, but I mean...
He's I mean, Ronca's also a yellow flag. Oh no. Oh dear me. Who did we lose from the race? It's Moreira. Ooh, that's unlucky. That someone picked up damage that I think it might be the Scuderia Moreira car. Speaking of Moreira, sabotaging their family. What happened here though? That is so bizarre. Start on the curb. That's contact from Zarim Imran. Zarmim Imran, there you go. Took a while.
That's a shame for Garcia Moreira. Once again, Zarmi Imran involved in a crash.
And then rejoins into Michael Maher.
Oh, that is not nice.
But it's only the hood that fell off of the car, so I think Michael Maher is just going to continue as if nothing happened.
I mean, I don't think any amount of damage is going to see him pit, to be honest, for repairs.
Hold on, let me do a Zarmim Imran penalty count. So, 10 seconds for an unsafe rejoin. And
there's Caruso into the
it's
pit lane.
just this. He has only one 10-second time penalty, as far as I can see. But yeah, the Ferrari cars have been a bit naughty.
And Timon de Jong will then be taking back the lead of the race from Alessandro Caruso.
And Imran gets awarded a 5-second time penalty. So now he has a 15-second time penalty accumulated.
De Jong doesn't have any penalties, right?
He does.
He does?
He does. He has a 5-second... sorry. Yeah, he has a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision.
Oh. Now that's going to be interesting.
And Tito Garcia Moreira receives a 10-second time penalty.
And Caruso doesn't have any penalty, right? Or does he?
Hold on. I don't believe he does. And he doesn't.
Okay.
Also, again, everything is playing out in favor of the Italian GT champion.
I just realized something. Pardubice Motorsport is misspelled on the car. Or no, I'm joking, It's they spelled it right. I'm just a bit dumb, sorry. It's just, I don't know.
It's kicking in, you know.
Yeah. I always read it as... I thought there was a second A.
Yeah, you always
thought...
read it as Pardubice for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
I thought it was Pardubice. I didn't know it was Pardubice. Oh
Yeah,
my
it
goodness.
comes from the city of Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Well, I've never heard of the city, so I guess there's that. Okay, Pardubice Motorsport. I've got to keep that in mind now. I am very sorry. Either way, there's Mavonden and Gwen running a brilliant P4 overall at the moment. Leading his class. World International Competition have built, I have to say, a fantastic car, and they really have two solid drivers to match.
Yup, and Gwen now a bit twitchy there on the exit, but what did you say? Sorry, I completely de-zoned.
Oh, I was talking about I was talking about Wick and
Oh yeah.
their car and driver lineup.
Yeah, it's more the driver lineup because the car is built by Acura and they use Acura engines. But yeah, they have a very solid lineup. I mentioned it a few times this race, and you know, for the LMP2 championship, I think they will be one of the main contenders if they, you know, keep it out of walls and maybe Daniel Ward stops being unlucky. I mean, Formula One is already enough, I think, for the man.
Yes.
Spa and Canada have been so painful. It's not even a joke anymore.
Yeah, I can imagine. But some drivers do just have bad luck in Formula One and series in general. That is if your name is Daniel Ward. And just as I say that, he makes contact with Palla Del Penne. Either way, that's gonna be Del Penne into the pit lane. From, I believe that's P2 overall in class. And that's Garcia Moreira. And I think... Did he run out of fuel? And yeah, the car just goes on a straight. And that is gonna be the Featherfin Films Team Patterson car, unfortunately out.
I mean, listen, you cannot serve the penalty if you don't finish the race.
Yes, yeah. And that was 5 minutes ago as well, so that is a big shame, I have to say.
Yeah, that yellow is for the car, so no worries there. Tormentoft passes it. Can we get an order update? Hold on, who's okay? So Nguyen is definitely leading LMP1 now. De Jong leads, sorry, LMP2. De Jong leads LMP1, and overall he's followed by Zarbim Imran, and then you have Alessandro Caruso. So I was wrong. It is the young advantage over Alessandro at the moment.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. It'll be interesting to see if Caruso is able to catch up to the guys in second. Knox in fifth, and then it's Reaper in sixth who just got past. I believe that's a GTE class leader, Nico Ronkas.
I think Miller is the leader of GT.
Right, it's Müller. Right, yeah. I think Nguena is running in. Oh, and that is straight into Ari Stoiler goes Nico Ronkas. That's not nice from... That's the two Finns colliding. Nico Ronkas.
Say,
No. Yeah, I guess you could say Perkele. But Nico Ronkas, I don't think he'll be too happy with Ari
he's coming
Stoiler.
into the pits for damage. He's not going to be on the podium today in the GTE class. It'll be nice if he scores points at this rate.
Yeah, big shame for Nico Ronkas.
De Jong got a message on the radio, just bring it home, no need to risk. Telling De Jong not to risk it is counterproductive.
Yes, I do agree with you. As Armin Mimran in second looks to be able to bring home a podium for Scuderia Ferrari, which is gonna be nice to see him in second. And Alessandro Caruso is going to award Vanguard Team Patterson with a podium as well.
Okie dokie. Let's get back into this race. De Jong has a massive lead over anyone. It is 2 minutes 30 left in this race. I am curious to see what will happen because this is Factor 1, this is LMS, this is MMS. You're never sure you've won the race until it's the final corner of the final lap.
We have experience with that when it comes to endurance racing. I can tell you that. For those who do remember the 2.4 hours of Spa, you do remember it.
I have the clip somewhere. I have the clip.
Yeah, I recently rewatched it actually. The last 15 minutes of the 2.4 hours of Spa. It was interesting to say the least.
You also have the last lap of the Belgian Grand Prix in Formula 1 this season, which was more of a bright note when it comes to a surprising finish.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can tell that Young is not gonna risk it. He might actually listen to his team. It's 1 minute 30 to go, which is gonna count down the seconds. Next lap should be the final lap then. And the San Marino are lapping Soilu and Toft to the inside into the Sunset Bend. Not an overtake though. Toft defends, but now on the straight the LMP1 car should get through. The Rebellion LMP2 outfit. A bit of a disappointing tale, I suppose, for Aston Martin. For Westwood Aston Martin Racing, considering what happened to Horigoma. Considering that it could have been a massive success story in the making, but you know, it happens, it's racing. As the Young approaches, oh no, it's Max Mustermann. We already have a bit of history of him. Dear me, that's
very close. Just has to. I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't even overtake the GTs at this point, because all he has to do is just bring it home, and I don't think he is going to have anyone in his place. And I mean, at this point, if he does pick up damage, I don't even think he needs to pit, honestly.
Who's that in front? Is that Suvorov in front?
I think that is Suvorov. Could be. I think it's one of the Kronstadts.
No, it's Sierra Knox. Sierra Knox, who's in fourth. This probably means only the top three will not be that. But anyways, will De Jong cross the line in time? Yes, he will. I think to start the next lap. Yeah, so here we go. Final lap of the race has been started. The clock has hit 0-0. So I think the only thing really stopping De Jong from winning will be like some godly force here.
Oh,
yes. A thunder will suddenly strike right in front of him. That's the only way.
Meteor will strike onto the track.
Yeah, it's just a tsunami on the part of the track where he is.
Oh,
it's the only way. Like a tornado will fall. That's the only way anything can happen to the Dutchman.
But I don't think there are natural disasters in R Factor 1. Or are there?
Listen, you have Anton Suvorov, I think.
True, he is a natural disaster of his own.
No, but instead of being mean, though, no, you don't.
Yeah. Either way, I think it has been quite the long while, and it is going to be Rebellion Racing, who once again are going to start off.
The Young on the radio, sorry to cut in, has said to his team he's not going to drive like a grandma. He is pushing it in the final laps. I don't think that's...
I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
But
as I said, it's counterproductive.
But it is going to be fine, though. He's going to get past Kyle Wilhelm. And I think as he only has one corner to go on his full season debut for LMS. Timon de Jong is gonna round Sunset Bend as he comes round the final corner. Rebellion Racing win the opening round of the season as Timon de Jong crosses the line to win the 1.2 hours of Sebring. Very well done from Rebellion Racing and Timon de Jong as they will win here at the Sebring International Raceway with Zarmim Imran coming on second for Scuderia Ferrari.
It's not sealed in yet, to be honest. Caruso, never mind. Caruso is stuck behind the car, so I think Imran will get that. Actually, Imran has 15 seconds worth of penalties. If Caruso oh look, and he's stuck behind back markers. He's stuck. If Caruso gets in front of Rakus, he might get it purely on time. Imran also got through them, so now it's just in the hands of Caruso to actually get it. Can we get the delta? If it's possible, could we get the delta between them? Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, we had the delta. What's the delta? It's 2 seconds. It's not gonna be enough. Imran is not gonna have that position. He's gonna be third, as Caruso is gonna take second purely on time. And well, that's it. There's your race winner. Nox is still racing around the track. Toft has already finished the race, I think. No, or is that a failure? No, it's a normal stop. He's been napped, hence the pit stop. And Gwena is gonna come in second in the LMP2 class, I believe. And Mescal is gonna come third. Crazy race.
Yeah, very, very crazy. But yeah, it's and Gwena takes the race win for LMP2, correct?
No, Torben Toft, I believe.
Torben Toft for Rebellion Racing. So that's LMP1 and LMP2 victory for Rebellion Racing. And GTE is Müller?
I believe so. No, sorry, Rakus has one GTE.
Oh, okay. So that is Scuderia Vincenzo Ferrari with another race win. Very well done from the Ferrari factory team in GT.
Also, on the radio, I mean, you know what? I think De Jong should stick to endurance racing. He's really good at it, and today he proved it. Yeah, I believe this is his first career win as well. I mean, no, sorry, one previously. I'm just talking about first season in this season year, call it whatever you want. Considering his lack of success in Formula 1, this, I think, might be the perfect series for him. On the radio, motivational message. This is for the kids out there. Keep believing in yourself. You can do it. As he's off to celebrate the race win.
Very well said from De Jong.
So, Miran, driver of the day. Okay, driver of the class. We're gonna split it up for LMS.
Ooh.
So P1, P2, and GTE. Driver of the day.
So LMP1, I would have to give it to Alessandro Caruso because I think he did a very good recovery drive. And he got damaged a few times, and I think still did very well. LMP2, in my opinion, would go to, even though he did not win it, Mvondo Nguena, since I think he did a fantastic performance.
Yeah, the recovery after the damage and everything, I agree.
Yeah, and GTE...
That's difficult.
It would be...
I mean, Rakus drove with damage for most of the race.
I guess I'll give it to Ronnie Rakus then, I think.
Hold on, where did Soilus start? Ari Soilus started 5th in class. Samuel Ace started 8th in class and managed to finish 3rd. It's double podium. It's a double podium from Zai Grand Prix in the GTE class.
Yeah, very well done for Zai Grand Prix then.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Samuel Ace. He's a building talent. He gained quite a few positions in the race, and he managed to, overall, he climbed 23 positions today. And in the class, he climbed up just 5, but then again, this is endurance racing, this is impressive. I agree with you.
Sorry.
Alright, so we're done with that. The next race in the MMS Le Mans series is going to be the 1 hour of Detroit at the Detroit Raceway at Belle Isle. It's going to be a 1 hour race, so be sure to tune in for that one. And I think we're done.
Yeah.
So it's been it for me. I've been Kai.
And I have been Miram.
And we'll see you in the next one. Be sure to be safe and route somewhere you'll see Dot, and bye bye.